you are. Yes, you're a good boy. Hello, everybody. I'm Mr. Galloway, and we're going to try to do another Good Shepherd Compassion Talk with the help of one of our rescued animals. This is Bartley. Bartley is a duck about a year old, and he was born with no eyes. He's blind, permanently blind, no eyes. Yes, I know you want to eat some more, don't you? Bartley just went swimming for a couple of hours this afternoon in his wading pool, and he is hungry and tired, so we'll put him back in just a minute. But I think Bartley's going to be able to help us talk about the subject today, which is the forgotten key to joy and fulfillment. And that forgotten key is serving others, like Bartley, and those who are in greatest need. Serving is the key, the forgotten key to joy and fulfillment. Bartley was at a store that they sell baby ducks for food, and people buy them, raise them up, and then use them as food. And nobody wanted to buy Bartley because he was born with no eyes, and they knew it'd be too difficult to take care of him for any length of time, much less like we do for the rest of his life. But Bartley was thrown actually in a dumpster, a trash dumpster. But the good news is that, all right, hold on. All right, you want me to put you back? You want some more corn? Corn is his absolute favorite food. Yes, I know. Here, let me see if I can get a couple more pieces here. Here you go, right here. I'll put you back in just a minute. There you go. Oh, I know you're hungry, so hungry. Huh? Yes, you're so hungry. Almost. Hey, Scotty. This is Scotty, our service dog, who has helped me work with not only the animals with disabilities that have been rescued, but also people with disabilities. Scotty's been with us for 9 years, but anyway, when Bartley was thrown into a dumpster, one of the employees there who loves animals, very compassionate, was not going to let this baby duck get thrown into a dumpster. So he rescued him, but we couldn't keep him, so we adopted him. And Bartley really has done a great job last year as he has spent his time with us in our classroom sanctuary here, teaching that disabilities can make you more lovable, not less lovable. Of course, it all depends on the heart of the other person, doesn't it? But we're going to be talking about how serving others, giving out instead of trying to get, is the real key to joy and fulfillment. I've been a counselor now for 4 decades, about 40 years, and also been rescuing the animals. And many of the animals have been used in animal therapy, animal-assisted therapy. Animals can reach the heart of people who have been hurt by other human beings and have just closed off, but animals, Bartley, Scotty, and many of these others are really able to reach people's hearts. But you can imagine nobody wanted to buy Bartley because he had no eyes, even to raise him up for a few weeks before they were going to kill him and eat him. But we're going to raise him for the rest of his life. We've had him for a year now, and it's really been a joy. It takes a lot of work, though. It takes a lot of work. In fact, I'm really kind of an animal servant for all these animals. I'm a cook, I'm their waiter, I'm their maid and their janitor, and I clean up after them. Bartley especially takes a lot of work. He is a wonderful, sweet animal, but he makes a mess, so it takes a lot of work. But listen, the key to fulfillment is not trying to get, but instead of that, give out to others, like Bartley, and to other souls, people and animals. Giving out is the key to joy and fulfillment. Yes, I know. All right, let me put you back. I'm gonna put him back, and then I'm gonna get another animal to show you that will also help. Yes, I know. You ready? Are you ready? All right, let's go back and get some more corn. Come on, let's get some more corn. Come on, Scotty. Let's put your baby back. Okay. Oh, you're a good boy, aren't you? You're strong. All right, let me put you down. Here we go. All right, here's corn. Right there. All right, let me get another animal, Yoda, that we rescued, who really just needed adopting. He's healthy, but he just needed adopting somebody that would take care of him. Hey, Yoda, you ready? Come on, Bubba, let's come out. Ready? Right. There you go. All right. Good. All right. Yoda is a bearded dragon. Bearded dragons are amazing. They're one of the only reptiles that really loves to be held. He's like a puppy. In his terrarium here, he'll actually come over and scratch on the glass with his hand or bump it with his nose and look at me because he wants me to take him out and hold him. He just loves that. But just like Bartley, it takes a lot of work to take care of these, and totally opposite of what our culture focuses on and tries to convince us through TV and commercials and movies, and that getting for self is going to bring you fulfillment. Totally opposite from that. Serving these animals, serving other people, giving out is the real source to joy and fulfillment. The Good Shepherd Christ said it's better to give than to receive, better to give than to receive. And it's true. In another passage of Scripture, Christ said that if anyone wants to come after him and receive what he has, the people watched him, they saw the joy, the strength of character, the fulfillment that he had, and people were following him around. And he said, if anyone wishes to come after me and have what I have, he must deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow me. And then he said, whoever wishes to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses it for my sake will find it. And most people read through that and it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to them because it was originally written in Greek. And the Greek language is a lot richer than English language and can provide a whole lot more meaning. When Jesus said, whoever seeks to save his life, that word life there is not the normal word zoe for your physical life. It's the word psyche that we get the word psychology from. What he was saying is whoever wishes to save his psychological happiness, to have psychological health and fulfillment, if that's your goal, to seek that above all else, then you're not going to find it. Then he said, but if you choose to lose it for his sake, what is his sake? His sake is his commandment. He said, this is my commandment, that you love others as I have loved you. So he says, if you choose to give your life, to lose your life, to give your life to others in love, to love them, that's what will bring joy and fulfillment. Then you will find the life of psychological happiness that you're looking for. When he said, whoever seeks to save his life, that word save is a Greek word sozo that means to make whole and full, as opposed to falling apart and empty. We've all heard people say when they're under a great deal of stress and things aren't going well, I feel like I'm falling apart. Well, that's exactly right. And in our current world, seeking all these things to fill self, it's never going to give us the kind of fulfillment that we want. We'll lose that. You end up feeling like you've fallen apart. Your family's fallen apart. Your marriage is falling apart. That's the inevitable result, the fruit that grows out of that effort. But choosing to give pure, unselfish love to others, serving others, is the source of the kind of joy that we really, really want. Yes, you got it? All right. Yoda loves to sit up high like this, where he can see everything, don't you? He sits all day, just checks everybody out, and watches everybody in the classroom. Yes, you're a good boy. He really is. He's like a puppy. It's amazing. The only other reptile that I know of that we've cared for that has this kind of nature that enjoys, like a puppy, like a little puppy or a little kitten, to be held and to be taken care of, to be stroked, are alligators, believe it or not. Gators, especially baby gators. Baby gators just love to be held. They, just like Yoda, they'll come over and want to be held. Yes, you're a good boy. Yes, you are. You're a good boy. One of the things that my wife and I have tried to share over the years in marriage and family seminars and in counseling is that the natural tendency, the natural selfishness that is in all of us seeks to pull from other things, pull from the world, the physical world, to pull from other people, to fill this void that's inside of us. But that void is an infinite void. It's like a hole in our soul, a hole that can only be filled by pure, unselfish love. Pure, unselfish love. And no other human being can give that. But we aren't made just to get pure, unselfish love. We're made to also give it. It needs to flow through us. That's what the Good Shepherd, Christ, constantly talked about, was the principle of allowing love to flow through you to others. As I mentioned in another talk, Christ used the analogy of a vine, a fruit vine, like a grapevine, and the branches, and how a branch has to abide in the vine and allow the vine to flow the sap through the branch to produce the fruit. That's the natural way, the flowing. Jesus talked about that the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. All the things anybody ever went to counseling for. And as I said, we've been counseling for about 40 years now, and each time when we talk to people, whatever presenting problem people bring, at the root, it's always a natural desire to fill that void. But that void needs a source that's going to flow. Love is going to flow through us out to others. We often feel like not just that we're falling apart, but that we're running out. And the reason we're running out is because we're trying to draw from a finite, limited source, and you run out of the flow of that love. What we need is to be filled or be tapped into, like the branch into the vine, into an infinite, transcendent source of pure, unselfish love. The kind of love that is willing to give and sacrifice self for others, not just family and friends, but even to save our enemy's life, an enemy's life. And that's what Christ taught. Christ the Good Shepherd. And the only source for being able to do that is not self, it's not anything in this physical world. The source has to be a transcendent, infinite source of pure love. And that's our Creator. Our Creator. And Christ said that our Creator is a good shepherd that's willing to lay down his life for the sheep. And in fact, laid down his life to save even his enemies. Yes. There you go. Is that more comfortable? Yeah? Is that more comfortable? Well, as we finish up, what I want to share just a little bit more about is the fact that that source not only needs to be, it has to be from an infinite, transcendent source that doesn't run out, a flowing fountain that never ends, never runs out. But it has to be personal, a real person. You know, if love is just a survival mechanism, think about it, survival of the fittest. Survival of the fittest is survival of the selfish, getting from others, taking from others, in fact, literally sacrificing others to please self. That's never going to find fulfillment. It's a constant, painful pursuit of pleasure, never finding fulfillment. But if we draw from the real source, that's a real person, a real transcendent Creator who's revealed himself as Good Shepherd, and allow our Creator, the source, to live through us, to love through us. And little things, doesn't have to be big things, just like this. This is where you find joy and fulfillment. Yes, you're a good boy. Scotty, come here. Come here, boy. Want to see your baby before I put him up? Yes, here we go. You ready? There he is. There you go. All right. Now, is that your baby? Huh? Is that your baby? He's a little different than Bartley, isn't he? Yeah. Scotty loves all the animals, but the reptiles, they do kind of creep him out a little bit, like some people. All right. Well, until next time, Scotty and I will take care of the animals and bring somebody new this time. Maybe next time we'll bring in another animal that we hadn't seen yet.